Hello, I am HAANI from the USA. Today, the story I am going to tell you was sent to me by one of my subscribers from Chicago, Illinois. Okay? This happened many years ago, but what he experienced that night still haunts him to this day. My name is Ethan, and this incident happened back in 2007 when I was in high school preparing for my final exams. It was winter, the nights were long, and the pressure of studies was overwhelming. One night I had 2 exams in a single day, sociology and religious studies. So I made a strict schedule. I studied sociology till 8 p.m., had dinner, slept early, and set an alarm for 2 a.m. 2 a.m. The alarm rang. I woke up immediately, washed my face, and sat down to study. I had a habit. Whenever I studied or slept, I would lock my room from inside. That night, I did the same. At that time, most of my siblings were already married. My older brother was out of town. So in the entire house, only me and my parents were there. They were sleeping in another room, and I was alone. The cold was intense. I wrapped myself in a blanket and started studying. There was complete silence everywhere. The whole neighborhood was asleep. Only the faint sound of leaves moving outside and the ticking of the clock on the wall. Tick, tick, tick. Then suddenly, I heard something. Footsteps. From outside, in the street. Slow, clear, as if someone was walking barefoot on the pavement. My heart started pounding. The footsteps were getting closer, closer, and closer, until they reached right outside my window. Then I heard it. Someone stepping on the small staircase just outside my window. And then, tap, tap, tap. Something started scratching on the glass, like nails dragging slowly across the window. The curtains were closed, but the sound was so loud, even the curtains started to move. I was frozen, trying to understand what was happening, when suddenly, in my mother's voice, it said, "Ethan, my son, open the curtain." A chill ran down my spine. Why would my mom be outside at this hour? I couldn't understand, and before I could even react, the voice changed. Now it was my father's voice. "Son, open the window." At this point, I was terrified. This was impossible. Both my parents were inside the house, sleeping. And then the voice changed again. This time, it was my married sister's voice, who hadn't visited us in years. At that moment, I realized this was not human. I immediately hid inside my blanket. My entire body was shaking. I couldn't even scream. I covered my ears tightly, but that thing kept calling me again and again in different voices of my family members. Then the knocking got louder. Bang, bang, bang. It felt like this was the end. In fear, I started reciting whatever prayers I remembered over and over again, my voice trembling but getting louder with every second. And slowly, the voice started fading. Then I heard footsteps again, this time moving away, descending the stairs, getting farther and farther, until there was silence again. But I was too scared to move. I stayed inside the blanket for almost 10 minutes. Finally, I gathered courage, threw the blanket aside, and ran towards the door. But when I tried to open it, it wouldn't move. It felt like something was holding it from outside. My hands were shaking. I tried again and again, and then suddenly it opened.
I ran straight to my father's room. He was awake, offering late-night prayers. I hugged him and broke down crying. When I told him everything, he didn't believe me, because his room's window was right next to mine, and he hadn't heard anything. That night, I stayed with him, trying to calm myself. But after that incident, I had a high fever for an entire week. Even today, I have never forgotten that night. If you're enjoying these real horror stories, make sure to subscribe to Nocturnal Files, because the stories you hear here are not just stories. They are real experiences sent by people like you. Now, let's move to another story.
My name is Hannah, and I live in Houston, Texas. It's been 4 years since my marriage, but since the day I got married, I have never experienced peace. At first, everything was fine. My in-laws were kind, my husband was supportive, but slowly, things began to change. I started getting sick frequently, swelling in my legs, high fever, weakness. We went to multiple doctors, ran countless tests, but everything came back normal. Then, something else started happening. Every night, around 9 p.m., I felt like someone was watching me. One night, I was doing laundry when suddenly the kitchen light turned off. I ignored it, but then on, off, on, off. I even saw a hand on the switch, but when I went inside, there was no one. The next night, I heard sounds again, and when I stepped out of the kitchen, I saw it. A tall, black shadow standing in the middle of my storage room. No face, no features, just darkness. I ran back, started praying, called my husband, but his phone wouldn't connect. Things kept getting worse. Utensils falling, footsteps at night, voices calling me.
One night, during a storm, I heard my aunt calling me from the rooftop. I saw her standing there in the dark. I went towards her, but when I reached, no one was there. When I turned back, I saw something I can never forget. A tall figure sitting on the sofa, wearing white clothes, but its face completely black. I stood there, frozen, reciting prayers, unable to move. Rain started pouring, and I stood there for 2 hours. That was not the end. One night, someone started shaking our door violently. My husband checked. No one was there. Then we saw it, a shadow of a cat growing bigger and bigger until it jumped on us. We screamed, but it disappeared. After that, we moved downstairs. Later, I found out someone had done black magic on me. My health deteriorated. I suffered miscarriages, anxiety, depression, and even today, I am still struggling. These are not just stories. These are warnings. Not everyone around you is what they seem. These stories are not just meant to scare you. They are lessons from real lives. If you liked today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe to Nocturnal Files. Turn on the bell icon so you never miss another true horror story. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.